Not me, did I? Okay,
Mic check one.
okay, cool. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, yeah. Welcome back to the Lotus Cricket Ground. And of course, it is day 3 of this 4-day tournament, the Zambia Cricket League. Welcoming you to Lusaka. We're ready for the coin toss of our first match. That's going to have the Kabwe Stars hosting the Kitwe Kings. And with me, of course, are the two captains of those respective teams. That is Joseph Chinunga of the Kabwe Stars and Himal Patel of the Kitwe Kings. Alongside us, of course, our two umpires on the day, Santosh and Robert. We're going to proceed into that straight away. Coin toss being done by Joseph Chinunga, and of course Himal making the call.
Heads. Heads.
A call from Himal Patel, captain of the Kitwe Kings, is heads, and we have tails. So, Joseph, what is it that you're going to do first?
I think we'll bowl first.
So, considering you had a feel of the wicket, has that any bearing on the fact that you decided to bowl first?
I think it's more of an advantage to bowl first, as we did last time.
Okay, so Himal, your team is gonna bat first. How does that sit? Well, how does it sit with the Kitwe Kings?
We'll try adapt to that, but even I was looking to bowl first. The pitch isn't that dry yet; it's still wet, but we'll go for it.
And thinking of how you attacked the last few games, how does it feel now to be actually batting first in this particular one?
It is. It's good, but looking at the conditions, we'd also bowl first.
Okay, thank you, captains. Joseph, Himal, umpires, carry on with the day. So we're ready now from Lusaka, from the Lotus Cricket Ground. It's going to be the first game. Kabwe Stars taking on the Kitwe Blitz. T10 action. It is from Lusaka. Makondo Mukando taking you back to our commentary team.
Hello, 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 welcome. It's Kitwe Kings against Kabwe Stars. This is the Bet-Barter Zambia Cricket League, and it comes to you from the Lotus Sports Ground in Lusaka, Zambia. Yeah, the second part of the tournament now, because last weekend we had the teams doing battle all to get into the semis and finals to see who it is who can win this tournament. And look at these results then. The Kings beating the Heats by 6 runs. Games that were pretty close up at the start of the tournament. The Blitz beating the Stars by 8 wickets. Then the Heats beating the Stars, 24 runs there. The Blitz having a lovely time beating the Kings by 4 wickets. Then the Kings by 6 wickets. Being beaten by 6 wickets by the Stars. Then the Blitz beating the Heats. And the Stars beating the Heats. Kings as well again over the Blitz. And that was the first time that the Blitz got beaten. They were looking good up until that point. So to see how things stand, and as far as the log is concerned, this is the critical weekend. The final weekend of the tournament. Ndola Blitz is still up there with their 3 wins. They had 3 in a row and then lost that 4th one. And Lusaka Heat still trying to get themselves into the running. Last chance saloon. So the fixtures then with what's coming up, and as far as this weekend is concerned, the Kings and Stars will start us off. And we'll see how we progress as today goes along. That's what we've got for you today. And we expect that it'll be as exciting, if not more so, than last weekend. Let's get to the Lotus Sports Ground. Marco's there, and he's been busy.
We're joined by Himal Patel, captain of the Kitwe Kings, on day 3 of the T10 tournament. Himal, what would you say are your thoughts from the last 2 days that we had, Saturday and Sunday, last weekend?
There was amazing cricket played in the last 2 days of the tournament. Today is a very important day. It's the decider basically. All 4 teams have a chance to go through to the playoffs tomorrow, so it will be a tough day today.
Kitwe Kings ended up on a high by taking the scalp of the Ndola Blitz. What kind of a boost was that, and how would you say your batting order performed in that particular one?
It was amazing. Just the 2 of our opening batsmen finished off the game. They are high on confidence as well, and they have our support.
So Himal, going into this particular game, the first one against the Kabwe Stars, how do you plan to attack it should you win the toss?
I won't say it right now, but we just need a win, and we're there in the playoffs. They need a win as well. They'll be in the playoffs, so it's going to be a tough game.
Himal Patel, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're joined by Joseph Chinunga, captain of the Kabwe Stars. Joseph, how is the mood amongst the players of the Kabwe Stars, considering how you guys performed in the last 2 days of cricket that we had last weekend?
I think the mood is high, pertaining the issue that had happened earlier on in the first 2 games that we lost, and we managed to scoop the 2 games that we played. I think the mood is high.
Speaking of the mood, there's a player, one of yours, who got a bad hit. Could you tell us how he's doing and how he's managed to recover, and whether he is a part of today's team?
Yeah, he's part of this team, and he's recovered very well. I think even his morale is high. Actually, the team is more motivated.
Your top batting order, Lolat and Nsensha, had a bit of a wobble in 1 or 2 games. Is it something that you have addressed, or are you going to keep faith in that particular batting order?
I think it all calls for individuality. Lulat and Alan, they've opened for the national team before, so they have more experience.
Joseph Chinunga, all the best, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a fantastic day. Look at that. It was brilliant as well last weekend. Bit of wind today, actually. It might be a bit cool there. However, we expect that conditions will be fantastic for these 4 games that we have for you today. Right, let's get to the toss. As I said, Marco's been busy.
Welcome back to the Lotus Cricket Ground, and of course it is day 3 of this 4-day tournament, the Zambia Cricket League. welcoming you to Lusaka. We're ready for the coin toss of our first match that's going to have the Kabwe Stars hosting the Kitwe Kings. And with me, of course, are the two captains of those respective teams. That is Joseph Chinunga of the Kabwe Stars and Himal Patel of the Kitwe Kings. Alongside us, of course, our two umpires on the day, Santosh and Robert. We're going to proceed into that straight away. Coin toss being done by Joseph Chinunga, and of course, Himal making the call.
Heads. Heads.
A call from Himal Patel, captain of the Kitwe Kings, is heads, and we have tails. So, Joseph, what is it that you're going to do first?
I think we'll bowl first.
So, considering you had a feel of the wicket, has that any bearing on the fact that you decided to bowl first?
I think it's more of an advantage to bowl first, as we did last time.
Okay, so Himal, your team is gonna bat first. How does that sit? Well, how does it sit with the Kitwe Kings?
We'll try adapt to that, but even I was looking to bowl first. The pitch isn't that dry yet; it's still wet, but we'll go for it.
And thinking of how you attacked the last few games, how does it feel now to be actually batting first in this particular one?
It is. It's good, but looking at the conditions, we'd also bowl first.
Okay, thank you, captains. Joseph, Himal, umpires, carry on with the day. So we're ready now from Lusaka, from the Lotus Cricket Ground. It's going to be the first game. Kabwe Stars taking on the Kitwe Blitz. T10 action. It is from Lusaka. Makondo Mukando taking you back to our commentary team.
Right, lovely. We know what's happening now. We got the mood from both sides and just about ready to go. It's time to say good morning to former South Africa all-rounder Johan van der Vat is alongside me today, and we're going to have lovely fat chats about what's been happening in lockdown. Here's Azar Bangliwala. Morning, Johan.
Morning, Pom. Yeah, thank you for that introduction.
You good?
Yeah, I'm all good. It's been strange times. At least we can see some cricket today. And also last week. Look forward to 2 days of good cricket coming up. Lots of entertainment. 10 overs, obviously. Stars there in the field. Kings won the toss. Elected to bat.
You'll get more glimpses of this Lotus Cricket Ground. And I don't know about grounds in Bloemfontein, club grounds in Bloemfontein and what they're like, but it took all of us back. Pierre de Bruin was here last weekend, and every single one of us, Victor, Henry, when you see the surrounds and what's happening at the club, it just takes you so far back to being a youngster and turning up at a cricket ground for the first time.
I was going to say, going back a long way now, club cricket-wise. I try to stay away from club cricket as much as I could.
Fielded. Woof. Banjibaya, not a great start. Half tracker. And Bangliwala will feel horrible that he hasn't put that away. That could have gone for it could have gone anywhere.
I think the contact wasn't too bad, just didn't place it. Starting off with turn, some spin. The Kings, but certainly an opportunity. Only got 10 overs, so you've got to use every opportunity you get.
Got it this time. Lovely shot. Right out the middle of the bat. And away for 4.
That's what he would have been looking for the first delivery. Again, a little bit too short. Placement this time, much better. Rocked on the back foot. We have a long off, but he had no chance.
Ooh. Umps walked right up to the batsman to tell him to get off the wicket. He's not even. Normally he'd just stand there, wouldn't he? He'd stand at his place and say, "Look, can you get off? What are you doing? Get off!"
But a little bit of a warning.
Yeah, shouts of catch it. There's a man out there, but he won't catch it. So, top work in the fielding. Yeah, not going so well this start. Oh, hello, one short run. Yeah, it doesn't like to run.
Yeah, everything's happening. Just sneak through for a second. He needs to adjust his length a little bit. First 3 deliveries might be a little bit of nerves on telly. Just dragging them short. get it up maybe a little bit quicker. The wicket seems a bit slow.
Oh, he got him! Oh, wow, what a catch! That is outstanding!
We're just saying, pitch it up. I thought he had absolutely no chance. I think nobody more surprised than the fielder himself, but what a catch. I don't think we're going to see better than that today. You can feel a little bit unlucky. Previous delivery, there's lots of calls about catch. It didn't get to it. This one, to dive for it, it's always difficult. Have to have a look again, but I don't think we're going to see better today.
Yeah, short, full toss, and he's picked out the fielder. Got to give all credit to the fielder there. That is outstanding. Run in, it's dropping in front of you, and he's just plucked it inches off the ground. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
You can see the smiles on the faces. There's a lot of surprises, but first wicket down. 5 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, not good deliveries. He hasn't bowled a good ball yet, but he's got a wicket.
And just before that, I've said he's going to try and get a little bit fuller, a bit faster as well, but batter won't be happy with himself. He got it on the full. Could have hit it anywhere he liked. One fielder out on the boundary on the leg side, picked him out.
Yeah, I don't think he can call himself unlucky, Bangliwala, because he got 4 balls to hit. That's better. That's better. Yeah, good ball there. He got 4 balls to hit. 3 short ones and then a really full one, a full toss. Oh well.
Yeah, he had his opportunities. It sometimes happens if you don't put the bad balls away. You get another one, pick out the fielder. Much better length that off appeal. It's probably pitched outside legs. End of the first over. 5 and that fantastic catch in this over.
We've had long hops. We've had a good cut for 4. We've had good fielding at mid.
Umpires making themselves heard.
Yeah.
First over.
And we've had a short run and a fabulous catch. Well, what a start. Those are the 2 teams today. Kings and Stars. Mosinagas will take the new ball from the other end. Lovely starter. A few of the Stars. Oh, you don't want to be there. Not with fine leg up. Not at the best of times.
No, first thing I saw, a little bit of in movement. Looks like he's in swing bowler. Fine leg up straight away. Not a good line. Just get some summing on it, tickle it down the leg, and pick up a boundary. Pressure straight back onto Agaz. He's going to have to start it with that action, with that little bit of movement outside off. Try and finish it off stump.
Picked up last weekend that a lot of the times the bowlers start off with the wrong fields. Oh, big shot. Going for the huge one straight away. He's got it away for 4. And shots will be played in this power play.
Yeah, 10 overs, remember 4 overs power play. Numani, he's off to a brilliant start. 2 deliveries, 2 boundaries. Bit of a gimme, the first one. This one he had to make all the work. Better delivery though. Still a little bit leg side, helped on its way. One wonders, fine leg is up where that fielder is. You'd expect him at deep square, he's not there.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. If fine leg is up, you want, rather than the guy who's at long on, you'd rather have the man on that leg side. Nice length. Yeah, it's just a whole lot of the time they finally get to their field, but in a game that's just 10 overs, it's all, you know, horses bolted stuff.
Again, a little bit of movement in, so much more that you need that fielder on deep square leg on the leg side. 10 overs, you need to be on point as a captain from the start. He knows his bowler, guys. A little bit of in movement, a little bit of drift. Mani, he looks like the aggressor in the side.
There's a phrase I hear a lot from New Zealanders. It's a brilliant phrase. Clothed it.
Hitting it with a wet rag.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It describes it brilliantly. And that's what happened there with Nomani. He absolutely clothed it. Swung so hard and it just popped over the bowler. Didn't get out the circle. Oh, big candidate for the Yorker, that swinging. That head was tipping over like a falling tree. Yeah, you'd be going right in for that Yorker now. Started on the right line. The other one only has to go straight, that's all. Yeah, good recovery after going 4-4 at the start of his over. 15 for 1. Bit of a haze, but as we go along, I reckon get a nice blue winter sky.
Yeah, everyone in short sleeves. When you look at this ground, I remember one of our co-commentators with us here, Henry Davids. We toured Zambia. Now we're going back, way back, and I think it was 2002, 2003. I'm trying to remember if I played this ground. Can't really remember. I don't think there's too many in Zambia.
Were you in Lusaka?
We were.
Okay.
We were in Lusaka, so I think chances are we did play.
Victor Pitsang from the back.
Cheap seats here at the back.
Yeah. Big shot. It's gone a long way up, and it certainly got the distance. There's long on in place. He didn't even have a look.
I was just standing and admiring it. First maximum of the day. Lovely straight bat. Nomani again. Got the length. Cleared it pretty easily. Thing on this shot, doesn't look too square. Needed a little bit straighter. Long on was never in play. Didn't even look at him.
Bit of a stutter, but it's all right. Nomani 16 from 7. And Kaushal, oh, he hasn't got a run yet. He's been an observer.
We'll be like one of those guys and says, Nomani, you get all the bad deliveries. I've seen that as well. Why don't I get some of those? The guy hasn't got off the mark yet.
There's a touch. There's a touch. No. No, he's just walking off to the side to stand and have a look.
Certain I heard something in the mic, stump mic. The keeper, there's a big appeal from him, but not much from the bowler.
And on we go. No problem. Yeah, fast outfield, nicely manicured. You're not going to catch up with too many if they're struck well. And that one was 4 runs. Good over this for the Kitwe Kings.
Bowler straight under pressure. First delivery going for the maximum. Again, you're wondering if there was a deep square leg. Probably 1 run. Kashwal, he's off the mark with a boundary. Again, a little bit short. Played though, used the crease very well. No one on the leg side, square. There's a long on, which we've seen earlier. No one there. You don't feel it's going to go to third man or to the covers. It's a proper swing, proper heave. I remind my kids all the time, you have to look at the ball. You have to keep your eye on the target, on the ball.
Yeah, the target's the boundary.
That's where his eyes are. The target's the boundary. The object is the ball.
Yeah. Oh, good edge, educated. And we'll go.
Didn't go there, educated. Expensive over, 15 from the over. I feel he wants to get outside off, give him a little bit of width, and the edge is found. Always in one-day cricket, a lot of runs down there.
Oh, that's a wonderful start there by the Kings. 31 for 1, 16 from the last over, a couple of boundaries. Just the lines that they've bowled. I'd feel that they'll be very disappointed with that. Nyirongo, normally very good when he runs in and he hits the deck hard, and that's what he's trying to do. You probably feel that. Also see with the keeper, have a word with him to make sure that he hits the deck hard, but he has third man up in the ring, so that doesn't help him either. Good morning to Henry Davids. How are you, Henry? Pulled away, but there's the protection out in the deep, just the single.
Good morning, Victor. Very well, thank you. Another beautiful day in Lusaka. We had a good start. Lovely 6 straight hit from Numane and an awesome catch. Very awesome catch on the boundary early morning. You know, so it's a good start to this Saturday morning.
Yeah, an important day for all these teams. Make sure that you win a couple of games. The Kings driven hard, finds the gap, races away for 4. Lovely shot.
Beautiful shot, Victor. Numane is definitely in the mood this morning. Some lovely boundaries so far, and yeah, like you said, it's a big day for all the teams today. Obviously, tomorrow being the playoff games, and one team's going to miss out come tomorrow. So, like you said, big games for all the teams trying to get in the top 3 to get into those playoff games.
Hey, just having a look at where the protection is. last over of the power play, dip deep mid-wicket, and also long on. Oh, that's wide. He's missed out there. I want to bowl that line, especially with that field. Whipped away on the leg side. Just will race away, will it? No, just be just a couple. The Stars had a good week, didn't they? They had a good day on Sunday. They 2 games that they played, beat the Kings by 6 wickets.
Yes, Vic, they did. They had a slow start, if you can call it, but they came into the competition very strong, and obviously they want to start this game strong this morning as well.
End of the over, end of the power play, 37 for 1.
Vic, looking at the Kings last week, Shaw was like, I think the whole weekend he was a danger man, and he was hitting a lot of boundaries of the attacking batters. And today Nomani's taking over, but that's how this game goes. One day is my day, one day is your day, as you know, Vic.
I think you think that every day is your day. But and I was actually going to come to that point, Nate, but it also helps, doesn't it? I mean, he's got 5 of 9 balls. I think overall in this tournament, his strike rate is close to 150. Also helps when some lost an early wicket. Nomani, 25 of 11. The strike rate is up there. The target is good because they're going at a decent run rate. So that also helps, you know, even though individually you might think that it's a bit of a struggle, you're not hitting the ball as well as you did in the past week, going at that strike rate, but overall as a team they're doing a wonderful job with his partner on the other side.
Yes, Vic, they're going at over 9 runs and over, and like you said, Nomani is taking all the pressure off Shaw, which is it's a partnership, and I think in any format, like we saw last week as well, partnerships are very important. And this is a very good start for them. They lost an early wicket, and a good start going into, well, you can call the second half of this game.
Godfrey Kandela is a new bowler, off spin. Bowls at a good pace, doesn't he? Gives it a rip. Also call him all-rounder because he played a lovely innings as well in that first game they played last week Sunday. Got over the line.
Vic, just as you mentioned, he's got a lovely shape on the ball. I think they're using him a bit more clever today. Last week he bowled at the back end of the game with drop ball. As long as it's on for 10 overs here, but still, it's just a different area in the game where now a batter's mindset probably think, okay, the power play is done, I must play just a different type of game. So just a little bit of a mental switch. Well played by Nomani there after the first dot ball. And as we see in the way the game is going, if it's a dot ball, then the batter feels like he's under pressure, he needs to do something, and it's fully understandable. There's only 60 balls in this game, and you have to make full use of it.
Yeah, this is a good over so far, and it's those small battles, isn't it? I mean, at one stage after the power play, the Kitwe Kings were going at 9.5 runs to the over. What Kandela's done here is all of a sudden just 1 run from his over so far with 4 deliveries. That run rate has dropped now to almost 8 runs to the over, and that's what you need to do. You just need 2 decent enough overs, and that whole pressure changes. It's just swifts a bit. That's heaved away. Just the one bounce to the fielder. So very good over so far.
Great over so far. Even if he does go for bound, it'll still be a great over. Like you said, I think the teams are going to be more clever going into this format. Like last week, I think it was just more of a feel for it. Now they're a bit more clever, like how they use the bowling changes. Last week you saw taking pace off was massive, and today, as you see now, obviously after the power play with more fields on the boundary, there's a spinner coming into play. Well bowled. So the spinners comes into play with taking the pace off. And another, it's a beautiful over by Kandela. Only 3 runs off it, and 40 for 1 after 5 overs.
Brilliant over that. 3 runs, just 3 runs. And that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, all of a sudden, the whole tempo of the game changes. Nomani was going at almost 250 strike rate. All of a sudden, he's just dropped a touch, 27 of just 15. Projected scores, we just saw everything above 90 gives you a chance, isn't it? 80, well, just one bat over, you lose the game. So the team chasing always has a chance of winning the game. So you need to make sure when you bat first, you get past that 90 mark. It's a wonderful start, though. 40 for 1, halfway, another 60.
I think ideally, in the position that they are, they would be looking to get more than that. They 40 for 1, 5 overs left. At minimum, 10 runs and over. You know, so I think your projected score should be around about 190 plus to 100. But we saw last week, it changes very quickly. Like I said, one good over, the game changes. One big over changes quickly. So you can't really. I've done predicting like who's winning. I'm waiting till the last ball has been bowled.
Punchy Bai just bowled this 1 over in the power play, comes back for his second. Not a bad over, 1 for 5, picked up quite the breakthrough early on.
Yes, because another good start from Punchy Bai. I think like last week the form was all the bowlers bowled basically 2 overs in a row. And for a batter it's easy to adapt. You know, you get used to the bowler. At now, obviously just a heave to long on. And it's oh, beautiful catch taken at long on. See, that's what it does, Vic. A couple dot balls. Then teams feel like you need to get behind as well. This is the form of T10 cricket going forward. You need to be clever now. You're going to go about it, your areas you want to hit. And looking at Kaushal, 6 runs off 12 balls. It was a struggle today for him. Last week he was the main man. Today it's a different day.
Yeah, he's gone for 6, Kaushal, and they're 41 for 2 now. Just the tempo, didn't it? I mean, we spoke about his strike rate. His partner on the other side is going at 175, but generally he's a guy that likes to hit boundaries, targets that leg side boundary, but this time a little bit of extra bounce and straight to the fielder. Bit of a bubble, but he's a good fielder, always in the busy areas. Kandela takes a comfortable catch at the end. So a couple of dot balls, a couple of good overs now for the Stars. 41 for 2. It's a good period for them. Captain Patel walks in the middle.
Yes, Vic Patel got the first 50 of the tournament last week and has been going very well. Striker 146, 121 runs in this tournament and a best of 52. He has been the best batter in the whole tournament, not for in the tournament, for the Kings. So it's obviously another big innings awaited from him. But like we said earlier, you never know with this game.
Yeah, good stuff. And you always look at spinners, and I think a point that we made the other week is, you know, generally you sort of in white ball cricket you always see spinners bowl with a new ball, and I always see it when you start an over with a spinner. You always needs to be in attacking mode. You know, you feel like the spinner might get you a wicket, but sometimes guys tries to get away one over, and the spinner actually starts to dart the ball in. What Punchy Bai's done here is actually bowled the right pace because he has the protection and he's using that flight, he's using his pace to make sure that he puts the batsman under pressure.
Yes, Vic, like you say, with a spinner, I think more often than not, it's just to try to get that over out of the way. Because obviously the batter just came in, you get used to the wicket or conditions and all those things. So as from a bowling point of view, just to get over out of the way and hopefully get a wicket and not go for low runs.
Good work. Good pickup. Just a single. Good over so far. Yeah, I know that. So generally I've seen you bowl with a new ball. Part-timer. That's okay, isn't it? But you don't want your frontline bowler to bowl with a new ball unless you feel that it's a wicket-taking option.
Yes, Vic, it's a wicket-taking option, and by Panchiba, again another great a great set from him. Two wickets, 8 runs, 44 for 2 after 6. Vic, just getting back to that, getting it over out of the way, I think, especially in the shorter format, you know, and it depends who you bowl into. A lot of guys that bat at the top of the order, they struggle with spin because you get brought up with pace basically, and to face a spinner, it's just a different mindset. Doesn't matter if there's only 2 fielders out on the boundary, you still gotta be able to hit certain areas. And for spinners, we get brought up with, you need to play it in a certain way, and I think that is the X factor. I know most of the time the guys know spinners probably will bowl the first, so to get that over out of the way. So you either tend to force, or you know we're bowling to, or the batter as well. So I think that is the form these days where you try to get something indifferent out there.
Good period this for the Stars. 2 overs, 1 wicket and 7 runs. Kandela been good in his last over now. Nomani slices one. Slices 1 for 6. It's a wonderful hit, that, and they needed that. They desperately needed that. And that 50 comes up for the Kings.
Yes, Vic, a great hit over long off. Just watch Nomani again getting to the pitch of the ball and having a proper swing at it. Murdering it. Great cricket shot. Well, definitely needed for the Kings. It's a very good hit from Nomani.
Steadies himself, takes a wonderful catch. He's been good, Nomani. Goes for 36 now. And Kandela gets his first.
It looks like the Stars had a very good week at training. That's very well held on the square leg boundary. Last week, a lot of catches gone down. They had a very good start in the field this morning, which is good to see. You know, it's good to see people adjust. Kandela saw Nomani come down the wicket, just drag it short, and a bit of a miss hit from Nomani. But he hit the ball nicely, and it's a very big wicket for the Stars, getting the informed batter out with just under 4 overs to go.
Here, lovely period. Apart from the fact that he's gone for 6 runs, but it's all about the partnership. Partnerships, bowling partnership. Started with just 3 runs. His partner went for 4, picked up a wicket. And now Nomani really looked dangerous. 36 of 20, but as I said earlier, in the power play was going at a decent enough strike rate of close to 250, but now it's dropped, really dropped, because of the good bowling. Chand is the new batsman. It's a good strike rate there, 172. They need a couple of big hits now. That time in the game where that run rate needs to go up. Its run rate at the moment has dropped down from 9.5 to less than 8 runs to the over. Immediately switch hit, and a couple of bounces and 4 runs.
great shot, Vic. We saw last week, Patel loves that switch hit, and it's a great option, especially to the off spinner. There's never a guy fielding there at the wide point, or wide third man almost, Vic. So it's a great option, especially with Kandela throwing the ball up, and you can feel it. You know where he's going to pitch the ball, so you know before he's bowling whereabouts you want to hit the ball.
It goes again. This time doesn't get the contact he desires, but still managed to come back for the second.
Very good running, Vic. I love the intent from Patel. Something they need, because they went through a bit of a slump the last 3 overs, if you can call it that. They didn't go for a lot of runs, or they didn't get a lot of runs. So they need some injection, and I think the captain definitely taking it on himself to give that injection to the team.
Oh, he's bowled him. It's been a wonderful over so far for the Stars, having got 12 runs, but they lose another wicket. Good stuff by Kandela. And he ends his spell by picking up the 2 dangerous men of the Kings. 56 for 4.
I think it's a great set from Kandela now. He kept on throwing the ball up, wasn't scared to be hit. Back to his game plan. The batter trying to get over to off stump, just helping the ball over 45 and missing out there. I don't think it's a bad option, just the execution, trying to overhit it. We just want to use the pace of the delivery.
It just goes far across his stumps. He exposes his stumps, and he really needed to get something on it. He doesn't. Kandela celebrates. And the Stars, well, they're in a great position, because all these dangerous men they were dangerous in the last week, all gone. Patel, well, gone for 7. 56 for 4 now, the Kings. 3 overs to go. You'll feel that the Stars are doing a wonderful job. The new batsman. Shafraz Butt. Decent enough strike rate, best of 18 not out. They need something special from him.
We've got Zimba left arm off spin with that funny approach. Very good start, nice slow, just getting the ball up there.
Well done, Jose.
And we're welcoming Pomme back to the commentary box. While he was there, it was a very good start by the Kings, and they struggled in the middle part of this game, and they need to get back on it. Oh, it's a big hit. Oh, it's another great catch. Like I said, the Stars had a great week in the field with their training. They've been holding on to the catches, and it's a big improvement from last week.
Oh, the ebbs and flows of this lovely game of ours. You start off out the blocks like a train, but somewhere along the line, speed bump, and there's a problem. 57 for 5. This should have gone out the ground. It's short and is right in the arc. He'd love that, but nope. Straight to a fielder. A good catch. They've done well, especially in comparison to what happened last weekend when we sat here, Henry, with bemoaning the fielding and the way catches and other chances were being put down. Big improvement today.
Massive improvement for me. I think the way they've been going about it, the bowling changes, just the whole form they've been, like the approach, basically the game plan is a lot better. I'm going at that. You just mentioned how they've hit a bit of a speed, but I think they've ran into a wall.
Hang on, they've still got 5 batsmen.
Not a lot of balls left, Vic. I think they're going to need they need a lot of boundaries from here on.
Yeah, I'm detecting that you don't have too much faith in your bowlers. No surprise with batsmen, actually. None whatsoever. And again. There you go. Hit it up, and they're going to catch it. The stars starring in the field.
Great set from the stars here for me. I love the bowling approach from the spin bowler specifically. Like we said last week, they saw taking pace off the ball does a lot, you know, stuff to hit the ball, especially it's the biggest outfield. And obviously with the wind today, it's they're quite clever in where they want the batters to hit the ball. Chant faced 3 balls, he got 1 run, caught by the sub fielder. And the Kings in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, picks him out. There's a lot of this, of thinking that they can clear the fence. They generally look to go for 6 rather than for 4. No placement. It's just hit it as hard as you can. But been picking the fielders out. And it's that sort of mindset, because you're playing a 10 over game. You think, oh, I've got to smash it as hard as I can. And you think back to the start of 2020 cricket, there weren't too many, you know, nice shots played, controlled shots played. It started off, and I'll quote, I don't know who it was, Australians though, many of them, hit and giggle, you know, and that's what kind of people thought. But there has to be method to the madness, and it's still a form of the game, cricket, and the best way is to hit gaps, is to get the ball off to the boundary. If there's someone in the air in that region, then you probably have to go, you know, where he isn't, or along the ground in that direction. As we go along, it evolves and batsmen get it.
Smear to long on. Yes, probably, especially with the shorter the format, I think the more innovation comes out as well. Obviously we love the longer format of the game. I think most people love watching test cricket, and it's the biggest test still, and I think it will always be. But with the shorter formats, the innovation that comes into play is great to see. You know, people trying different things because you have to. I think the longer this format goes on, the more planning goes into it. You know, you're going to have bigger batters, might be guys looking like those baseball players coming in. You know, you got a tee or from ball 1, and obviously guys coming straight from the nets, running straight onto the field, making sure your eye is in, because you don't have time to waste any balls. When we're talking about like coming straight off the field, we had obviously with the T20 game back home, where most of the grounds have nets close to changing rooms and close to the ground. And I remember there was a rain delay, and it was a massive game for us. And we said, listen, you can't, because the break messes you up. There's no momentum. As you can see, most of the teams, you lose the game more often than not with you just by losing momentum in that break. So the guys went to the net, kept on hitting balls and waiting for the umpires to come and call us. And so we went from the net straight to the ground, obviously, and the bowlers were still, you bowlers, just fall back into it. And they got a rude awakening.
How would you know? How would you know?
Another good hit to long on, and good fielding again. The first ball went for 6, which was a nice news to know. I'm not going to mention the guy's name. But it was definitely a loosener.
No need, no need.
And my fellow commentator at the back, Victor. I remember playing for-day cricket, and I know his first ball was a drag down. He needs to get loose. And I knew it was going to come.
That's a good hit. That is a good hit.
A great hit. And Vic wasn't very happy because obviously I've played against him for many a year, you know. And the first ball dragged down, and he got hit for a boundary, and he wasn't very happy with me.
Put his back out. Goodness.
Yes, the Kings, after being 41 for 2, Palmer, and being 66 for 6 after 8.3 overs, I don't think they'd be very happy with that because they've been in a great position, obviously, to put up a big score. But as we saw in this game, it changes so quickly. Momentum changes so quickly, and it goes both ways. That's the beauty of this format.
Yeah, have to hustle. Have to hustle. Back for a second. Akram. Well, that's gone a long way up in the air. Who wants it is the question. Edges at this time. They find the boundary. They are the most annoying things at the back end of an innings. And the batsman will say it's a good shot. Oh. 74 for 6.
I was waiting for Palmer to say it's a batters game. At Palmer, the execution was not great by the bowler. Width, short, wide, it was there to be hit.
Yeah, but he didn't hit it, did he?
The result is what it deserved at the end of the day. Okay, last over. The Kings need a big one. 74 for 6. Just to get hopefully close to that 90-run mark. We saw last week there and about. It's a good score in this 10-over format. Akram is going nicely, 15 of 6 balls for the 6 and the boundary so far. That about run a ball 2. He's going to definitely need more than that. Simba's been going very well for the Stars.
Nice. And I like the line. That's where you want to be. Pull them outside off. They're all looking leg side, trying to swing as hard as they can. Also, no pace on it from Zimba. It's just fantastic numbers for him. Again, beautiful, beautiful.
Palmer, that's great numbers in any format. Like I said, well bowled. Most of the time at the end, guys look to hit leg side, you know, and now it's going away from him, so he can't get there basically, which is for batter stuff. A batter needs to come up with a different game plan now.
Oh, well done. Sure. Oh, wow. They've been good. They've been very good in the field. That was heart and mouth stuff, not just for the fielder, the bowler as well, having a blind and thinking, oh no, you haven't put one down, have you? And he hadn't. So a third one for him. Another wicket down for the Kings.
Yes, great recovery. Guy keeping his eye on the ball. Nicely there. Bit of top edge to short third man. That's the other Candela.
Job being done excellently by the bowlers. Some scrapping by the Kitwe Kings. 3 balls. How many can they get? Yeah, this is now. Oh, Ampo. Come on, boss. That's unfair.
Batting umpire there, Pommy. I think somebody.
You're backing the umpire? What?
No, he's a batting umpire.
Oh, right. I thought you were backing him. What's going on there? Now that one was wide. Yeah, good effort. Tell you what, you just see him plonk the bat there. I wonder if he was over the line already. I thought, oh, I don't know if it's in his crease.
If they go up and he's out, he'll definitely be in trouble. We saw it last week as well. The guy just plonking their bat in. There's something obviously that we get taught from a very early age on to slide the bat in. But well, can't get an excuse for him. Zimba sticking to his game plan. This bat is not being able to adapt, but it's a great 5 ball so far. Sticking to his game plan and obviously winning it so far.
What an over as the last one. How to finish it off. Nice leader. Oh, hello. Oh, out. That's a proper speed bump. It's hit one of the foot marks or something, or the stump holes in the other pitches, and it's come to a stop. And as it was the last ball, there was an attempt to try and run 2 and a run out. Yeah, good intentions, but it was never on.
Never on. At least the intent was there to get another extra run, which they basically needed. Finishing 79 for 8 after 10 overs. I don't think the Kings will be fairly happy as we watch. Have a look at it around again. Ball hitting, landing into a foot mark, yes, and just stopping and landing into the fielders. Well, sometimes you need the ball to bounce your way.
Yeah, sometimes the rugby ball does. Yeah, Havaliwala run out for 1. Yeah, warmer and warmer as we go towards the middle of the day, and first innings of our first game today has come to an end. The Kitwe Kings 79 for 8 in their 10 overs, 36 from Namani from just 20 balls. No real partnerships to speak of. He led that one of 36 from 29, but nothing else really, and that's why they've only got 79. They'll have to be very, very good to defend that.
Yes, Pommy, they had a great start. And I think after that, basically, the little small parts of 17, the bowling has been very good. Kandera 2 for 15, Zimba 3 for 8. That's probably up there to being some of the best figures. Tausif, great start at the top, 2 overs, 2 for 9. Agas went for, well, you can say a little bit, and Nyarongo, the only one that got a bit of a beating today, and Kandera, sorry. The older brother.
Those are some top numbers. Gee, a 10 over game. 3 for 8. 2 for 6. Wow. As you said earlier, take those whatever game you're playing. Yeah, so the Kabwe Stars require 80 to win. In a 10 over match, you expect that 8 runs and over is a walk in the park. But you just never know. We'll find out in a bit.
The Kings having a great start of the first couple of overs. Some boundaries at the top. A great catch. A great start in the field for the Stars this morning.
Yeah, there was a lot done, a lot going on. Big swings, big sixes, and also many wickets. 8 wickets in the 10 overs ball.
And some very good catching. I mean, it was very good to see this morning. The improvement in the field was enormous, which is good. It was good to see for this tournament. Some very good catches. Both Kandela brothers having a couple of attempts on it this morning. But yeah, the feeling was very good. Ball bounced away, couple of runners, good catching. And the Stars will be very happy with that comeback after a very good start from the Kings.
Ready to get? We'll see.
Yeah, welcome back to the game against the Kitwe Kings, against the Kabwe Stars. The Kings will be very disappointed with their effort. At one stage, 37 for 1 after 4 overs. Ended up getting 79 of 8. 6 overs to go. One would have probably thought that at a run the ball at 10 runs and over, they'll get close to 90. But unfortunately, or should I say fortunately for the Stars, they just had a brilliant game plan. Used their spinners well, who picked up 7 wickets in the game, and made sure that they restricted the Kings to 79. So for them to win this game, they'll need 80 runs to win. Alongside me is Johan van der Walt. Good morning, Johan. Are you well?
Vic, always good sitting next to you as well. Yeah, pretty simple equation. 8 runs and over from 60 balls. I think if you plan it good, I know it's only 10 overs, but it should be easily done. But as we know in this game, wickets at the crucial stages, as they've shown us, can halt the run rate pretty easy. But for me, Stars should be favourites at this stage.
Yeah, I think anything above 95 or above 90, you still have a chance, because you know if you're chasing, you lose your way, then you know you get behind the 8 ball. But chasing only 80, you know it's gettable, isn't it? I mean, you feel that a decent power play, even though you're going at 7 or 8 runs and over, you have 6 more overs to go. The game is not far away from you. But the problem is once you get to 90, it becomes an issue.
Yeah, 80 almost takes away a lot of the risks that you have to take. Remember, there's 4 overs of power play with only 2 fielders. The restrictions are such that there's only 2 fielders outside of the 30-meter circle. So it takes away a lot of the risk, and that's why I say with a little bit of planning, it should be pretty easy chase. Will they be able to do it? We'll have to wait and see. The bowling team, they'll feel a couple of quick wickets, put some pressure on the batting side, get that run rate up to 9, 10, and they will be in with a chance. As all of us know, the format of 2020 cricket, things change quickly and even quicker in this format.
Exactly. Think about it. Was it power play number 1 for the Kings? Is it 40 for 1? You probably feel that going at just over 9.5 runs to the over, immediately spin was introduced. Ashraf Lulat, he's been good though. Looking at that strike rate, close to 170. Very aggressive. Tries to smack it, but you understand why. 4 overs, you want to try and get as much as you want in the first power play. Partner on the other side, Chinunga. They need a decent start. Joseph Chinunga opening the batting as well.
Also the captain, he's in the position to play a captain's role, sort of, if you can do that in this, this sort of 10 over period that you've got. A little bit on the expensive side. 9.5, you say that's anything under 9s. 8.5 would be acceptable.
One thing that we did see, Johan, is we spoke a lot about the fielding last weekend. A lot of drop catches went down, a lot of misfield. I know they've probably had a week off where they had to work on certain aspects of the game. Smacked away. There is protection out at long on, as the catching has been very good, and the ground fielding, I think it was over number 1 when the ball was hit to mid on, and there was a brilliant stop here, and the catching has just been outstanding, hasn't it?
So many times, Vic, that first delivery almost sets the trend. A lot of flight. Captain tries to double it, and then that first catch, deep mid wicket, sets the trend. It was in the first over. It sort of lifts the spirit of the whole fielding side, and that's what we've seen. The Stars was very good. Let's see if the Kings can do a bit of the same again. A lot of flight. Bit of a mix-up. First run out. Looks like the keeper has lost the ball. No appeal. I think he was short of his ground, but the keeper couldn't gather.
Yeah, one thing what we also saw the other week is the sportsmanship between these teams has just been outstanding. I just remember of an incident, a batsman nicking the ball, and the keeper immediately just say no, just bounce short, you know. And on this occasion, there's a chance of a run out. The keeper drops the ball, and immediately first slip just say no run out. And the batsman was under pressure there. Lulat is very aggressive in the first couple of overs. It would have been a huge wicket that. That's what he tries to do. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, what a good start. If you've only got 79 on the board, you need to start well. Last ball of the over to come. Here's the run out. Watch the keeper. A bit of a mix-up. Keeper was quick to dislodge the bails, but didn't have the ball in his hands.
You just look at that replay. Just wasn't watching the ball, was he? He was too quick to try and break the stumps, but unfortunately, a chance missed. Was his foot in the air? That's going to be very close. That good work by the keeper.
One way to redeem yourself. He's dropped a couple in the over. This one went up for the appeal, not out. There's a call. I feel that he just needs to, I know he wants to be aggressive, he needs to sort of keep his composure, keep his form. He's very much head in the air and just swinging. Good over though, only 2 runs from it. There is going to be a review on this stumping.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very close, Johan. He swung so hard, and by the time you sort of just look at his reaction, his back leg was up in the air, and that's where we probably have a look of where it was. Look how hard he swings. But that's good work. That's very quick from the keeper.
Yeah, we'll be looking at another angle. There was a little bit of split second when he lifted his back foot. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Umpire right in line. Right in line. As a swing, I think the benefit on that picture is going to go to the batsman.
Yeah, we'll probably just have a look at a different angle. Yeah, the umpire is just right on the line. You can't even see the line. You only can see it now, but that's pointless because
you can't blame him. That's his position. Almost want another camera from the other angle, square on angle. Yes, we're going to have a better angle shortly. Here we go.
Now we can see the line. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be such a hard decision. He's out. Oh yes, he's gone. He's gone. Great work. As I said, he swung so hard, and the fact that he tries to get back is when the keeper dislodges the bails. That's wonderful work by the keeper. That great stuff.
I think it's also just that split second when he lifted his foot, momentum basically, and trying to get back. And there's the signal, first wicket. What a fantastic start by the Kings. You can see they know they need a good start, and the danger man, he's gone.
Yeah, Ashraf Lalat will be very disappointed with that effort. I think he's faced the 4 balls, and the 4 balls that he faced, the 3 he tried to swing out of Lusaka, and he's missed the ball. And in that occasion, he's trying to smoke this one and loses his balance, tries to get back, and wonderful work by Kamwala. Stumping. Paula Chand. He's gone for 1, 2 for 1, and a good start for the Kings.
Kamwala felt he's redeemed himself. He had a chance with a run out earlier. Fumbled, dropped the ball. This time, really, really quick work. He's made of that stumping. Really good over as well. You have to say, from Chand.
Yeah, good start that. Not only didn't go for runs and also picks up the wicket. Mwaba, yeah, got hit on the face the other week. Johan tried to hit one, got a top edge into his face, had to go off, meant that they lost that game changer. Looks good, had a patch on his face on Sunday, but now it looks like he's recovered well, he's iced it, and he's a dangerous player. Smashes it. Target the leg side, you probably think that's probably the way teams will go, try and hit to the leg side, the hitting zone.
Bit of a misfield, only the single. Yeah, coming at number 3 is a key player. I know there was a little bit of doubt if he's going to be featuring in this fixture, but he's back, he's up. You would like to up that strike rate a little bit. This 5 matches played so far. But Vic, as you said, quality player, key in this batting lineup.
Yeah, misfield, which would mean that Mwaba will be off the mark with a boundary. Lovely way. Just an ideal little delivery to get just outside the off stump. Eases it through the covers.
First boundary of the innings, and again, as you said earlier, yeah, a bit of a misfield, but batters tend to target the leg side. This is a really good cricket shot to that backward point area. Lucky to get a boundary, but really good start. Mwaba looks like he's done himself some harm in the left shoulder. First delivery, he's been through in the wars these couple of weeks. So you've just spoken about the blow he's taken on the chin, on the face, but he's all right.
Yeah, he doesn't have to overhit the ball. There's only 2 fielders out in the first power play. He just needs to stroke it to the boundary. The outfield is very quick. He'll make sure that he gets something behind it on this occasion. Just a single. And it's so disappointing. Spoke about how good the Stars were in the field. Couple of good stops, and the first over is a good one. Goes for 2 runs, picks up the wicket, and immediately Mwaba is a dangerous player. Gets him off the hook, gets his confidence high by misfielding, and goes for 4. So not ideal for the Kings.
Very, very wide delivery. Bye-bye. He, I hope I pronounced the name right. He's been wide quite a lot. I think he got away with a couple. That might have been a wide delivery if the batter has left it. But so far, not a bad over. Just the 1 boundary, a couple of singles. Again wide, swing and a miss. Just something you find in this form that we've seen. Players lose their shape. Could have hit that one through the covers like his first delivery, but he tries to have a full swing at it. And Vic, you mentioned it, you don't have to hit the cover off the ball, especially in this first 4 overs.
That's very well bowled, that. Very, very well bowled by Dadabai. Couple of way shapes, and then the one that just straightens. Even though you've gone for the boundary, good comeback. 7 runs from it, 9 for 1. Must be a warm day out there, Johan. Mwaba already asking for new gloves.
4 deliveries, a bit different from where we're sitting. Yeah, good start here by the Kings. Exactly what they needed. Only 9 runs, 4.5 runs per over. 2 overs gone, only 2 overs left. So these next 2 overs are going to be crucial. Maybe in the outcome of the game. The Stars, they just need a partnership, and that's all.
He smoked that. And that's a wonderful strike. That's 6 runs for Chinunga.
At first, you'd think the fielder will be in play. But it looks like the ball's travelling a long way. The captain, he has got enough on this. A lot of flight, a little bit across the line, but easily clears. No chance. Chandi's been giving a lot of air. He's got the one and only wicket. Really good stumping. I almost feel that he just needs to change up his pace a little bit.
Yeah, that's better. A little bit quicker. The length's also as good. But good work by Chinunga. Make sure that he rotates the strike. It's the temptation, though, isn't it? He gets the wicket of the first over, and I think the fact that the spin was good for the Stars. Lack of pace, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to flight it, entice him to try and go for it. Well, he's up for the task because he smoked him for 6. Marba needs to start well, and agree with you. They need a decent partnership. It's one decent partnership, it wins the game, doesn't it? Make sure that somebody's there towards the end.
Too easy. There's 5 guys in the offsides saving the single. Well, they should be saving the single. They've sort of just hit it straight to fielders and run. You can see the disgust in some of the fielders. Try and cut that single off, at least put the batsman under pressure. Too easy, that.
Especially when they've gone for the 6. I mean, what they're doing well here, these 2 batsmen, is they've got the boundary, and all they're doing now is just rotating the strike, and that's what they need. They need less than 9 runs and over, and they've got 9 already. So it's good work by these 2, is to make sure that when you save one, save the one. Make batsmen try and do something different. A couple of dot balls, they feel that they need to do something different. It's just been too easy. Swept away. So again, straight to the fielder. Easy single.
Vic, and the point that you make is they need one partnership, and this over shows it really well. One boundary, and then with a little bit of clever cricket, for 10 runs, they've taken basically 1 risk, got the boundary, and just clever cricket, a lot of singles available. If the boundary comes, so be it. Again, he just dabs it into the offside, basically strolls through for the single, and there's going to be overthrows. This is a little bit sloppy. I think it was a better over than that. The fielders didn't back him up. It's the end of the over. And 11 runs from the over with just smart cricket.
Yeah, 21 for 1 now. It's a good start, this. It's a good partnership. And only having to chase 79, it's a decent enough. And it's good cricket, though, by these 2 batsmen. The awareness that they have. He said boundary first delivery and then just run a ball. Sloppy work. 2 runs, so a good start. 21 for 1 with 1 more over to go in this power play.
Yeah, enjoying the cricket. We haven't seen a lot of it as of late. Good to see cricket back on the screens. Patel, he's into the attack. 1 over remaining in this power play. Economy a little bit on the high side. Would like to get that under 9. Running has been good. They've hit ball straight to fielders. Welcome, Henry. But every time there's a single, you just feel the bowling side needs to be on their toes with the fielding.
Hello, Jan. Yes, it's been a good start. The Kabwe Stars needing 58 of 41 balls with 9 wickets in hand. Last over of the power play. Looking to make full use of this.
This one is short, came down the track, Is that gone for 6? Lusty blow. 4 signalled by the umpire, but he's shown his intentions. Shinunga. He is now 17 of 9. Bowler dragged it a little bit short.
Yes, so a very good hit by Shinunga there. I don't think he's really happy with the boundary that's been given by the umpire there. It looks like a 6. And yeah, the umpire's having another look. Well, the facilities are there to have a look, so why not make use of it?
Yeah, when it hits the fence, the boundary, the rope, whatever you want to call it these days, on the full, it has to be 6, and he has changed his decision. Signaled 6. So good start to this last over in the power play. 7 of the first 2 deliveries, and what they've done in the previous over, they got a boundary early and then single of each delivery, so only needing just under 8. So clever cricket from here. We'll do it short cutaway, again straight to the fielder, but they're going to get through for the single.
It's well bowled, but a little bit of bounce there from that short man. They normally, you think from that height it would be a bit skitty, but he got a bit of extra bounce there, and well played by Shinunga.
Going to be a wide. Again, taken basically. I wasn't going to say it was a risk. It was a bad delivery that went for maximum, and already again 9 runs off this over, halfway through. So the Stars, going according to plan. This is heave across the line, straight up in the air, but no fielder. He's going to run away for 4 again. We see this outfield lightning quick.
Lightning quick outfield. You get very few runs, even if it does come off the edge. Now, as a batter, you'll take it as they come. Ball's going a little bit through the top there. There wasn't the length to go through square leg. But yeah, like I said, the batter will take it. Muaba, using his armor today, was hit in the face last week. A little bit of top edge. It's good to see that he's learned.
Just that comment. It wasn't the length to go through mid-wicket. All lengths are made to go through mid-wicket.
Especially in this format. You got license just to hit it mid-wicket, but you go with the swing or with whatever swing you prefer. Like in our case, probably like a lovely little golf swing.
Patel, he's definitely under pressure. Second wide delivery. No spikes. Is it a footing problem? Gotta see again wide. This one is played nice and late. It's only the single, but the damage already done in this over. The last over of the power play, already 15 off it, 1 delivery to go. Not many of them wearing spikes, and that one waiting for a lot of rain. Looks like a little bit short in the trousers.
A shortcut. Yeah, you can call that a short. Yeah, was this a cameraman following the guy's footwear? Most of the guys are wearing spikes, which is not ideal. You know, it's dangerous. And for bowlers, obviously, you won't have any grip, footing, and in the field. So for people watching, if you play on synthetic outfields or wickets, I know it's different, but on this, you rather want to protect yourself and be safe. You know, it's easy to go over your ankle or slip or tear something. And another, can I call it an educated edge?
A massive heave, trying to hit it through mid-wicket. Just bounced a little bit on him. Got a top edge. But that's the end of the power play, and the Stars would be happy. They started off slow, close to 10 and over at this stage. Big over, the biggest of them all, the last over, 17 runs from it.
It's the Kabwe Stars needing 42 of 36 balls, last over being a big one. And needing 7 runs and over. If you look at it, it looks like an easy run chase, but you never know.
It should be a walk in the park, but a couple of crucial wickets. just send a little bit of panic, but at this stage the Stars look fully under control. I think also the Kings know 79 for 8. They've lost their way big time after the first 5 overs. Lost 7 wickets in the last 6 overs. It's a wicket per over, and that's halted their run rate.
Chetan already the new bowler or spinner. I think it's the way that most teams are going after the power play, and even in the power play, taking the pace off the ball. It's quite tough. It's a big outfield, and if there's no pace, you've got to generate pace as a batsman. So I think the Kings has done very well in bringing on the spinners, and they've made full use of all the spinners that they've had. I don't know if we should call that a loosener.
Not exactly what you should call that. Batsman probably felt could have done more with that. They've gone through for the second. Full, wide, slow delivery outside off. I think the one thing on this wicket that I've seen in this first match is the pace of the spinner. Pretty important. Again, full and wide, straight to the fielder. This time the run out juggled a little bit, but the end made a mess of the stumps, and that's the second wicket. And we feel that it was on the cards. They were running straight to fielders this time. Didn't pay off. And that's one of the ways to lose your momentum by run out.
Already can say he's bowling to his field, Jan. Both balls going to the offside where his fielders are. Like I said, another full toss. I think the batter obviously said yes because he's not happy with that he got away with another full toss. And yeah, as you see already, fumbled the first one, and he knows his rules, taking all the stumps out with the ball attached to it.
Yeah, good lesson for some of the youngsters. If you break the stumps before you have broken it with the ball, you've got to dislodge the stumps totally from the ground. The captain, he's gone. Big mess up there between the two batsmen in the middle. Should have probably be a quick single. I think, yeah, straight to the fielder. No, never a single there. Sorry, never a single there.
Definitely not a single. Joseph, not very happy getting out. Obviously, he's hitting the ball nicely as well. When you're in good form, you hit the ball nicely. It's not ideal to get out with around. And the next batter in, we've got Godfrey Kandela. Had a great spell with the ball today. Top score of 34, strike at 113. Looks a good cricketer.
This one straight up in there. Did he get enough? Easily got enough of that. And it's maximum straight off the wicket. A lot of air being given by Reddy. But it is Mwaba opens up the shoulders and clears the boundary pretty easily. First of all, the sound didn't look right, but no doubt in his mind, that's the way the players go these days, Henry. They don't see fielders on the boundary anymore.
Especially with his big bats as well. Yeah, Mwaba making full use of the wind, hitting him with the wind, and the ball's flying at the Lotus Cricket Ground. The Stars in a very good position, needing basically run a ball. Oh, it's very well bowled by Reddy. It's a bit of turn, so the spinners can make full use of this. If they're clever, they can make it quite difficult for the Stars to get to that score, which, well, it shouldn't be difficult to get to that.
Better length there from Reddy. And also not too slow. If you bowl too slow, you do not get the purchase on the wicket. This one is swept hard. No one on the leg side, no one in deep square, easy boundary. Again, becoming a big over.
Yes, Jan, it's basically a free hit with no square leg on the boundaries, no off spin with no pace on it. You can just go with the turn, with no risk. If it's a top pitch, there's no one there. So it's always going to be runs. And I think it's something that the guys can learn of the captain with the field placings to make it easier for the bowler as well. 12 runs already off this over. Very well played by Mwaba, hitting a boundary and then getting off strike.
It's a trend that we've seen is field placements, field placings. But it's the Stars that has upped the ante in these last 3 to 4 overs. You can see there the buildings 13, 18, again 14 runs in this over. Sorry, 13 again. So well on track for the victory. First match of the morning. Remember, there's still 3 to come after this. A lot of cricket for us today.
Yes, Jan, the way this first game is going, is going to be some exciting cricket happening over this weekend. Looking at those little buildings there with the runs, it's good. Like, it's lovely momentum from the Stars, you know, especially in this shortened format. If you have a bit of momentum like that, you have a couple of good overs, it makes it so much easier to chasing down a lowish score.
Azar into the attack. His first delivery, can he pull something back? You feel the Kings need wickets. That's the only thing that's going to help them get them back into the game. The Stars, they look strong. Tom Seamer, first one is a big heave straight to the fielder. No arm, really good running, and that's what's needed. A lot of risk, but good running between the wickets is all they need now.
Very good running, yes, and the Kings need wickets. Something very special, because at the moment it's a cruise for the Stars to get to this total. Yeah, with the left arm seam, it's always nice to have a little bit of variety. I don't know why, with this left arm seamer, most teams have a lot of batters, because I don't think it's a natural thing facing a left arm seam or a spinner. So it's just a bit indifferent. Batters need to adjust quicker and know where they want to hit the left arm seamer. Oh, it's a lovely hit. That sounded sweet off the cricket bat. It's a massive hit. That's the biggest one for this morning.
Yeah, you could just hear it off the cricket bat. Sweet sound of the willow. And there was absolutely no doubt. Mwaba didn't even bother running. A little bit short. But that one has gone miles. Way up in the treetops. What a shot.
That's some strong wrist work there. We saw Mwaba last week as well, getting some massive sixes. And he's one of the better boundary hitters in this tournament so far. It's good, great to see.
This one is smashed again on the ground, but there is absolutely no chance for Aku to stop that, cut it off. Mwaba, he's making light work of this small total. He has moved to 38, only 19, a strike rate of 200. Again, this one was smashed. Not the best effort there in the field, didn't want it really, but the shot really deserved 4.
Well bowled by Azar there. Jan, I think it was a good thing he missed that ball. With those tackies that he had on there, it would have hurt.
The old runners on the feet. Much better length, much better line. One thing about the left armer, he can pitch it up. He's got that natural angle, so the ball always seems to go away from the right-hander. But you have to get the length right. Again short. This one as good as contact. He's going to get away with it. And they turn for 2. Really big over again. Yeah, from the Stars. It's the end of the 6th over, 65, well over 10 runs and over. Stars look to cruise home.
Yes, the Stars only needing 15 runs off 24 balls. Mwaba going very nicely at the moment. Some good running, good intent in the way they're batting, the way they're running between the wickets. And the weighing after the score. A lot of times it's because if you score, you don't know how to approach it. You know, you can get yourself into trouble. But being too tentatively. But they've been very attacking. They've been very confident in how they want to chase down the score, and they've made it very easy so far. 15 runs off 24 balls.
Well, there's your log. The Kings looks like they're going to move up to 6 points. Their third victory out of 5 games. The Stars not out of it. They've got 2 victories. The Heats, they've got a lot to do today. They need a couple of victories. Yeah, I think the Heats, they've got the points there. I think they've got 2 points. They've got 1 victory, which means they're on 2 points. 15 outside edge, well bowled this time, but I think the outside edge isn't going to run away. We've seen the outfield very quick. They're going to turn for a third. Good running.
Great running by the Stars. Mwaba definitely wants to strike. I think he wants to finish this game fairly quickly, maybe in this over.
Bharat Kara, he's into the attack. Good first up delivery. This one is full, heaved away straight to the fielder. He's going to be 1. But Mwaba, he looks dangerous. Good to see him. There was doubt if he's going to be in this fixture after he's taken a blow on the face a week earlier. But he's made full use of his opportunity again. Never should there be a single. Straight to the bowler. And it's one thing from the Kings that we haven't seen. Their fielding has not been up to standard. The Stars, they were really good. Good catches, good ground fielding. They've used this week, worked on their fielding. It's pretty clear.
Well bowled by Kara there. You can see the way with the running. You know, Mwaba wants to be on strike. He wants to finish this game quickly.
It's been a line and a length. Mwaba, not a bad over so far. But the Kings, they've got their backs to the wall. Is it a little bit too late? This one is short. Hamid. The protection. Only the single.
Good fielding by the Kings there. Stars needing 9 runs off 19 balls. Last ball of the 6th over. Oh, trying a cheeky shot there by Kandela. I don't think he got better into that. The ball's racing to the boundary for... Is that a stop?
No. He's not sure. No. It's a bit of confusion, but probably going to be 4. It's called buys. If that's not wise, it's not a wide. That's the end of the over. I believe it's only 3. Very cheeky. Might have got something on it. Outfield pretty quick. It's probably going to be called 4. Does it hit the rope? Difficult to say. Maybe some good work being done. It's the end of the over. 9 runs. Only 6 runs to get.
The Kabwe Stars needing 6 runs off 18 deliveries. Kandela 4 off 3 balls, and Mwaba going very nicely, 42 off 24 deliveries. It's been a very good chase from the Kabwe Stars. The way they've approached it, the way they've gone about it, they were very professional, if you can call it that. They lost a wicket earlier, a nice partnership, and another nice partnership now.
That's what happens when you only chase 79, and I've said it earlier, it takes away a lot of the risk. If you have to chase 100, you have to take more risk, which gives the fielding side much more opportunity to pick up wickets. But just that difference in this format. This one is, again, slogged across the line. It's only going to be 1. There's protection. Oh, must field. Are they going to for 2? Single now. Yep, it's only the single, but it's the difference in chasing 80 and chasing 90. 20 extra runs. Just takes the pressure off.
Yes, like I said, it takes one big over, and they've had 3 very good overs early on. That's another big swing. Didn't get all hold of it. A little lob wedge. Too long off.
Just sliced it. Mwaba wants to finish now. Only 4 runs needed, 1 hit away from their victory, and they will move up to 6 points on the log. They'll be happy with their start of the day. It's what they were looking for, starting it off, getting a victory first thing in the morning. More of that was needed, a little bit too late. Now, good to see, actually, nice to see some cricket in Lusaka. The day for it. If you stay connected, there will be a lot of cricket for today. 3 more games to come after this. Look at that, some in drift. Acknowledgement from the batter. This one has been heaved. That's going to be the end of the game. What a way to finish it. Maximum. Mwaba takes him up to 49 of 27. He's played a massive part in chasing down this modest total of only 79, and that's the end. With still 13 deliveries remaining, and that is a massive victory by the Stars. Good start early on a Saturday morning.
Yes, and a great win for the Kabwe Stars by 8 wickets. They're going into this last weekend of the Bedbutter Zambian T10 Cricket League. It's a lovely way to start. The way the bowling has been very precise. They came back very nice in the bowling innings after the Kings had a very good start with the bat, and they were very, very clinical with this chase.
Handshakes all around. It's the Kings that coming together. They're going to have to back to the drawing board. They've got another game coming up later today. There's the victorious team. Mwaba, for my money, also man of the match. He's played a really good innings. 49 not out, only 27 deliveries, 3 maximums in that innings. Steered the team home. 13 deliveries to play. So easy victory in the end for the Stars. Kings, as you see, 79, 8 wickets, just not enough. One feels. Nomoni, he looked good, lost his wicket at a crucial stage. They started off like a train, but lost all their momentum, lost a lot of the wickets. The Stars knew they needed one partnership to chase down. They did so with Mwaba. He was the star player, 49. 83 for 2, 8 wickets. Easy victory. Chandi was impressive. He got one of the 2 wickets, the other one is a run out. The Stars move on. They move to top of the log. They move to 6 points.
Yes, yeah, very clinical from the Stars. I think in most formats, partnerships had 2 good partnerships that basically won in the game. Where the Kings had 1 partnership at the top and nothing really after that. Let's have a look at the highlights.
Yeah, really good. All that the Stars need was a partnership. They lost their first wicket pretty early, but from then on it was the Stars all the way. The captain, he played a few lusty blows. Eventually there's another maximum. He got run out eventually, but the Stars were always in control. Always had the upper hand. Mwaba, again, he played a really, really good innings. Steered them home. This was the run out to the captain, never a single there. That's the second and last wicket, but a little bit too late, I'm afraid. And from there on, Moabe took it all on himself. Lovely array of shots. Favoured the leg side. That was massive. It's the biggest we've seen all day. That the Stars took home the 2 points. That was what they were looking for. That was the last ball of the innings. Finished it in style. We'll go down to Moko. He'll be speaking to the man of the match.
Welcome back to the Lotus Sports Ground. We've just seen the end of the Kabwe Stars, who are taking on the Kitwe Kings, and quite an interesting game it was. Of course, an interesting run chase that was put up by the Kitwe Kings, putting up 80. But boy, oh boy, did the Kabwe Stars come out big. A successful run chase, and man of the match in that particular one is Isaac Mwawa, from 27 balls, managing to get 49 runs. So at this particular moment, we're going to have the prize presentation for the man of the match, and that is Isaac Mwawa. Joining me, of course, is the Zambia Professional Cricketers Association President, Mr. Kushal Jain. So, Isaac, please, congratulations. So, good to have you back, Isaac. You did suffer an injury last time out. How has the recovery process been?
Well, I just went to the hospital and they did some stitches, and I was just waiting for it to get healed. But while keeping myself fit, I kept on training during the week.
Good game today. What is your mindset going into this particular one?
Well, when we went there, I had to play according to the game plan. We said since we're chasing 80 runs, we should go at least 8 runs in and over, and that's what we did. And the approach was that if it's a good ball, we should get a single, but if it's a loose ball, we hit it hard, it goes out of the ground. That's what we did exactly.
Isaac Mwawa, thanks a lot, and all the best in the second game.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, that was Isaac Mwawa of the Kabwe Stars. 27 balls, 49 runs he ran, and that was Kabwe Stars taking on Kitwe Kings. Kabwe Stars coming up trumps. From now, we're going back to commentary. Enjoy the second game.
I like his mindset. He says if it's a good ball, he looks to get a single. If a bad ball, he looks to hit it out the ground. Pretty simple. The Stars, they should have 6 points there. They've got 3 victories. That's the victory we've just seen. So they on top with the Blitz. The Blitz got a game in hand. We'll be seeing them next against the Heats. A lot of work for the Heat. They on 2 points. They've got 1 victory. So big game for them, and also for the Blitz coming up shortly. Here's the updates, the fixtures. The next games, as we said, it will be the Heat against the Blitz. Big game for both these teams. Can the Blitz get into this competition? The Heat, they will try and stay up front, stay on top.